Thanks for listening to the Cornfries podcast. We really appreciate your support. Just want to let you guys know, if you hit that subscribe button, it supports us a lot. It's free to do. Please do it. Please do it. It really helps us out. Right, Steve?
Yeah. Make sure you hit the notification bell, too. We greatly appreciate it.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Cornfries podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Nickyfries, joined alongside Steveozilcho.
Yup, motherfathers.
Yo, so I wanted to I haven't talked to you since the last podcast, but
Oh yeah, which was like a couple days ago.
it's been major stoinks since then.
I haven't done shit.
Major stoinks. You haven't done have you followed the GameStop Reddit situation?
I've been it's been funny. I've been laughing.
I've been a part of it. So ironically enough,
did you get some stock?
So listen. Wall Street Bets. So for people that aren't following the situation, there's a Reddit group called Wall Street Bets, and they're infamously known for giving terrible stock advice and for trying to do what they're saying they're gonna do and never doing it, and they finally did it. This is what they're known for. They're known for making they're known for saying shit like, let's get everybody to invest in GameStop, and but for once this was the first time it actually worked. I left that Reddit group.
We're all getting pissed off.
I shit you not. Today is January 29th, and I left that group on January 20th. Yes. So talk about bad luck for me, number one. But I got in. I got some AMC and Nokia. There's some guy I know that apparently became a millionaire. He put $20K into GameStop, and it boomed to 300.
Damn. Before the whole big spike?
No, he got it before and then the big spike. He was a part of. He's a nerd. He sits there all day, and so he was
I'm out.
Yeah, he got GameStop at what was it, $20, and sold it at $400.
Damn.
Yeah. So, fucking crazy shit, Steve. I had the past 48 hours have been hectic for me.
Why would you do now?
So
did you forget to wipe after shitting?
That too. Now, on Wednesday, when I was live streaming, I got a call from. I think I told you I have this condition where I get, if I stand up too fast.
You get vertigo?
Yeah, I pass. Sometimes I could faint. I get lightheaded. I can get clammy. Dude, crazy enough.
You're going through hot flashes.
If I'm taking.
Are you going through menopause?
No. I do have them titties though.
Me too. It's okay.
So sometimes if I'm taking a shit and I push too hard, I'll literally pass out. So but wait, I looked it up, and you can look it up if you don't believe me. It's literally a symptom of what I have. It literally says it there, pushing bowel movement too hard.
I picture the episode of South Park where Randy has the world's biggest shit.
Yeah.
And he just
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy. So I've had it for years and it's gotten worse. So I started seeing. So first I went to see my normal doctor. My normal doctor was like, I don't know. Ask your rheumatologist. So I asked my rheumatologist. My rheumatologist was like, yo, you might need to see a neurologist. So I asked my neurologist, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck?
What?
I cut my arms totally cut. I don't know how that happened.
Emo.
I just looked down and my arm's totally bleeding. What the fuck? Never mind. We'll ignore it. I'll power through. Yeah. So then my rheumatologist, because I have rheumatoid arthritis, this has been established. So she goes, you see a neurologist. So I went to the neurologist, and the neurologist, they looked at my brain, and they're like, surprisingly enough, you have a brain. And you should go see a cardiologist because this is a neurology issue. So she told me what it was, but I had to go see a cardiologist. But then I go see the cardiologist, and the first cardiologist I went to see sucked. So this is an important detail to my story.
To the neurologist.
No. So she sucked, but there's another great cardiologist that my dad was going to. So I went to see him, but I have to do all the preliminary testing first before they can get into it. So they have to stress tests. Echo, all that shit. Yeah, so I was supposed to go in today, but I got a call on Wednesday, and it says, hello, this is the so-and-so heart place. We just want to, we want you to come in tomorrow, which was on Wednesday, so they wanted me to come in Thursday for your testing. I said, great. I said, all right, I'll do it. What time? They're like 12 o'clock. I'm like, perfect. So I go to the place. I get there. Their computers are down. They don't know, so I'm going for 2 tests on 2 different floors. They don't know where the fuck to send me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm there for like an hour waiting with all these people there waiting, getting stressed the fuck out. And then they tell me, oh, you have your appointment's on the other floor at 2:30. I said, what the fuck? It's 12 o'clock now. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go there and they go, no, your appointment's for tomorrow. And they said, who called you and told you your appointment's today? So I look and I call them back. It's that place where I canceled from. They kept doing this to me. They kept making appointments with me, and I kept calling to cancel, and I kept telling them, stop making appointments. I don't want to go here. Like, they did it 4 times to me. So this was the 4th time, and I got tricked because I went to the doctor a day early. So I called them, and I just said, the lady goes, hello. I'm like, hi, you guys keep putting me down for appointments. I'm trying to cancel the appointments. She goes, what's your name? Give her my name. She goes, okay, we'll handle it. I'm like, can you make sure it doesn't happen again? And the lady goes, what the fuck do you want me to do? I'm like, whoa. I said, I'm like, make sure it doesn't happen again. And then she's like, well, I guess I will. That's what but I'm saying. I said, you guys say it, but like, it keeps happening. So is there a way to like, can you send me in writing? Can you email me or something? She's like, no, what the fuck you want me to do? She's like, I can't do that shit. Like, she literally started cursing, bro. And then she was getting like attitude with me. And I started like getting back. I changed my tone a little bit. And then she goes, go fuck yourself, and hangs up. I'm like, what? So I call right back, and I got a different lady. I said, hello. I said, put me on with the girl that, no, so, okay, I don't use this word freely around, like you gotta be a fucking asshole, use this word. Yeah. So I said, put that cunt back on the phone. And she's like, excuse me? I'm like, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. And then she like paused. I'm like, you're looking at her right now. I said, put that cunt back on. What's her name, by the way, too? What's her name? And she won't tell me. She goes, no, sir, but if there's anything I can handle for you, I said, yeah, can you take me off this list? And she goes, yeah. She goes, I can do that for you, sir. And I'm like, okay. Okay, so sorry, I forgot to mention. So before, on the first phone call, she goes, what do you want me to do? It's not my fault. I said like nicely to her. I was like, I know it's not your fault. Like, I try to be reasonable. You know what I mean? She's like, what do you want me to do? That's where it started. She's like, it's not my fault. I said, I never said it was. I was like, can you just please make sure you take me off this list? That's how I said it to her. I said, just please take me off this list. And then that's when she started getting fucking like, you know what I mean? So anyway, so the second girl, she's like, oh, I can't give it to you in writing. I can't email you or text you that we took you off this list. I'm like, why not? And she's like, I just can't. I said, can I get your name? She goes, no. So I hang up, and I was like, fuck this. So I pull up all the reviews, and they got terrible fucking reviews. They got like 2 stars, and I called my dad, and my dad goes, that place? He goes, oh, I had to cancel my appointment there too. And they were giving him a hard time. Apparently, it's a common issue that they bill people. They bill people and commit insurance fraud. And they do all that shit. Yo, so of course, start the podcast, the heater goes off. Just pointing that out there. It happens. Yeah, so apparently, like, that's a thing they do that, like, that they're very rude. Like, I can send you their thing and pull up. Like, I sent it into my Discord, and I wrote a nasty review. So what I did was, I got a heart monitor, and I didn't know if it came from them or the other place, because my doctor that I went to see didn't tell me I was getting one. So I got worried that they billed it. So I called the insurance company. The insurance company luckily told me it was my actual doctor. He just didn't tell me I was getting it. But they didn't bill me yet. But I put it's on the record what this woman said to me and all this stuff. And she goes, lucky for you, she goes, we're going to, call them and let them know with our, insurance. And I told her what the lady said. And she goes, well, you might be in luck because they might have a recording of the conversation. I go, oh, baby. You know what I mean? Because most of those places like, keep recording.
Somebody's going to get fired.
So, dude, because she's probably like someone's family member or something. You know what I mean? Because the reviews go back years. But if you lose your insurance, if they get it dropped by insurance, she's got to lose her job. Yeah. But anyway, so my mom, I told my mom about this. So she goes, you know what? Let's give them a call and ask if their phones are recorded. So we call, and the bitch picks up, and she goes, hello. And my mom goes, are your calls recorded? And she goes, excuse me? And she goes, are your calls recorded? And she goes, oh, I don't know. Who's calling? And then my mom just hangs up. But listen, my mom goes, wow, that woman is a cunt. Like, she gave us such attitude, bro, just from picking up the phone, just from hello. So now they're probably freaking out. You know what I mean? Yeah, so what we're doing is we're going to keep calling them. We're going to prank call them. And we're either going to do We're either gonna ask them if their phones are recorded, like ask them really strange questions, or we make fake appointments. And what's your name, sir? Oh, my name is Mike Hunt. Like shit like that.
Howie Feldersnatch.
Anita Life.
Howie Feldersnatch. Richard Fitzwell.
Yeah, Richard Fitzwell. That used to be the name of my Wi-Fi. We had Richard Fitzwell, 2G, and Hugh Janus.
Hugh Janus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Fucking. Awesome. But crazy. So again. So this goes back to the Stoinks. So during all of this, Stoink Street is going on. That's what I'm calling this, Stoink Street. And I went for my heart test today. So I'm waiting for like an hour. So when I'm there, I'm like kind of day trading on my phone a little bit. And I was making some good money, and I put some more money into AMC and Nokia, just to be sure. So I get called in, and they said my oxygen's running low, and I'm like, I sometimes I have these weird issues, bro. I don't know how to explain it. So the lady's like talking to me before I go in, like the nurse, and I was like, yeah. She goes, "Are you anxious about anything?" I was like, "Well, I'm messing with thousands of dollars right now," and talking to the. So she says, "Oh, the other nurse, she's interested in stocks. I'll have her come in the room and take care of you." So now I'm half naked on a treadmill, okay? So I'm topless on a treadmill, okay? Just to give you perspective of the situation. No, so I have a doctor, and then this nurse comes in, and she's like my age, like really cute girl. She comes in and she starts talking to me about stocks while I'm running on a treadmill shirtless. Okay, so just to give you hooked up to wires. So we're talking about everything that's happening, and the doctor's interested in it too, right? He's like really skeptical, but he's aware of what's happening. So we're talking about it, and they're like, "So what other stocks are you invested in?" Because I do trade. I've been trading since my 18th birthday, and I do very well in the stock market. I'm not a millionaire, but if I wanted to be, it's something I could probably pursue. But anyway, so they're curious about my stocks, and the other doctors walk by and nurses, and they're calling these people in. All of a sudden, there's like 10 people in this room while I'm half naked running on a treadmill, writing down stocks that I'm telling them to be interested in. I shit you not, Steve. I'm like, you know what I mean? Dude, it was so funny, dude. I'm like, this is straight from a movie. And like, I couldn't believe it. And then afterwards, the girl, she goes, "Oh, like, let me," cause I put some shit up on Reddit, and so we were talking, I was like, "Can you check my Reddit for me while this is happening?" Because I asked a question to Wall Street Bets, and the Wall Street Bets guy responded to me. Cause he's been very transparent through this, which is awesome. And, she looked and she was like, "Oh yeah," and she's like, "You should add me on Reddit and text me later, like stock tips and stuff." And I was like, "Sure." I was like, "Maybe we could do it over lunch." She's like, "Oh, maybe." I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "I locked it in, man. Baby. I locked it in." But anyway, so yeah, so it was fucking wild, dude. So there's these people are literally taking stock tips from some 20-something-year-old on a treadmill. On his
boobies on a treadmill.
Yeah. Pretty much. I'm like, you can't make this shit up. Just a bunch of doctors in there, like, writing on, like, their notepads and their phones.
Exactly. There's a guy at work that was, what is it, Dogecoin or whatever it is?
Yeah, Dogecoin, yeah.
Yeah, Dogecoin. And, he, like, sent me, a link for, Robinhood. Because I was like... Because he said we both get like a free stock if we exchange or something like that. So I'm just waiting on my application or whatever to go through, and then I'll probably.
Robinhood's getting shut down, buddy.
I heard it's getting sued. Yeah.
So right now it's a Friday, so Monday we'll have more information. So by the time you guys are listening to this podcast, it'll probably come out at the end of the week, and like we're already gonna know what happened here and what our fates are in this situation. So that'd be an update.
What do you use then for stocks?
I use Stash, and I was using other investment apps, but I never used Robinhood. Okay. Stash is Stash is sketchy too, bro. They're all doing shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just Stash doesn't even have a lot of the stocks on there.
Oh.
But I've been using Stash forever. I'm not a fan. I was actually gonna transfer all my stuff to Robinhood. Like, it's on record. I even filed like an FCC violation against them. And then they responded with me and said it's not their fault that they don't answer their customer support for 4 hours, and that when I fucking trade something at $12, why is it trading it 6 windows later at $14? Like, if I want to invest in something and it says $12, why when I invest it does it say why am I investing it, and then it's saying like 2 hours later that's when I'm investing it. It says we'll put it in at the next trade window. Bro, the next trade window is like a couple minutes max.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
they're trading it hours. They're trading the
time.
prices hours later. Like today with AMC, I bought that shit at fucking $12, which is still high. And when I put it in, it said I got it at fucking like $13.30. I'm like, what the fuck, you know?
We were actually talking about stocks that have dropped, and we were talking about Ford Motor Company, and they just had a big notice of recalls. And they're only like $10. They're like $10 a stock right now.
I don't know. That's a weird one, dude.
Because you figure
what I did
be higher than that.
Before this, COVID was a very rare opportunity for people because there were a lot of businesses that were going down that you can invest in that aren't going anywhere. Mm-hmm. So there's like a bunch of airline stocks. People that's risky though. The airline ones are risky, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you could invest in Delta Airlines. Delta's not going out of business. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take a hit from the pandemic. You buy low, then when everything goes back to normal, we sell. So what I did, I took it a step further, and I invested in this company called Sabre Corp. Ah. They do, like, the information systems for airlines and hotels, and they have the contracts. So the only way for this company to go out of business is for them to literally, like, all the airlines and hotels would have to go out of business because they have contracts. So Sabre Corp's still making their money no matter what. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what happened was their stock dropped to like $6 a share, and they traded for the past 10 years at $14 or $15 a share. Like, they're a shit stock. It's like stable. Doesn't go up, doesn't go down. So I got that shit at like $6 or something, and it's already up. Like, I've made 40% back on my returns in a couple months.
That's nice.
Yeah. And there's other companies. Like, I invested in this hair salon company, or beauty salon company, I should say. I invested in a shipping company. Like, there's so much, like look at stuff that's been affected by the pandemic that's not going anywhere. Because when shit reopens, like, that shit's just going to pop up, and that's easy money, dog.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
what
easy
I was
money.
Gonna do. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, all these companies that are just like kind of getting flushed right now.
The ones that aren't going anywhere though. The key is the ones that aren't going anywhere. Like I'm not saying
like Apple.
Well, Apple's there. Apple and Amazon, those are Teflon stocks though. You got to buy big just for a share.
Yeah.
Like Amazon, I have stock in. I got so fucking lucky with Amazon, Steve. Let me tell you. I got Amazon when they were going after Bezos like 4 years ago, with the slave labor shit, and like when all the sweatshop stuff came out and their stock plummeted like 20%, I fucking got right in there, baby.
I was gonna say I've never done anything with stocks, and then I was like, okay,
but here's
guy at work can do it, I can do it.
This is what the curtain's been pulled now. What's a misconception is you don't have to have a degree from Harvard Business School or anything like this to trade stocks. Like, it's people don't understand that it's such. They try to make it more complicated than it is, and the stock system is just manipulated anyway. It's all a fucking shit, like, scam. None of it is like fucking real. And dude, like, okay, a stock expert will tell you, like, he'll know the best time to invest and maximize the money he can make. Don't get me wrong. But Joe Schmo can look at
it for how long?
Yeah, but Joe Schmo, Nick, can look at a fucking stock and follow a trend and say that's a good investment. You'll get some good returns in a few months. What's wrong with me turning $1,000 into $3,000 in 3 months? Yeah. Versus Joe Schmo, I'm sorry that, he's playing with, house money and he gets to do, $12 million here and turns it into, $40 million. Like, good for you, bro. Good for you, bro. But this time, you guys are the fucking losers. So.
It happens.
Yeah.
There's winners and there's losers.
Oh yeah, so on the way out of the hospital,
Everything.
Steve, the nurse, she asked me, she goes, do you know anyone that sells Pokemon cards? Super random question. And you were the first person I thought of, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, does she really think, do I look like that dude? I'm like, do I look like one of those nerds? I mean, I guess. But anyway, so I said, yeah, but I was like, you probably, like, she's like, oh, well, my son is, I was like, your best bet is to just go to, like, TCG and sell them. I told her. Yeah.
Because I haven't, like, bit anything off more than I can chew or anything, but...
Yeah, but you spent, like, $1,000
like,
on Pokemon cards.
How much?
Like $1,000?
No, I haven't spent that much.
Where you at right now?
Not as much as you think.
300.
Probably closer to that, yeah.
Yeah. Because I just remembered the other day you said something about $200, and then you bought more, so I'm assuming you're closer to 3.
Oh yeah, like the first like good squeeze was like 200 because I bought those 60 packs that were $1 a piece.
But have you made any money yet on it, or
no? I literally. Well, okay, so TCG, you have to like set up your store and everything, blah blah blah. So they wouldn't let me use Steveozilcho as my store name. I'm like, okay, fine. So they shut my store down for like 3 days until I chose a new name, and I had to like contact a lady and like, hey, you guys forgot to turn me back on. So if you ever see my store, it's
dude, we can link it. We'll link it.
Yeah,
we'll link
it's S&A Gaming.
You should have been T&A.
Well, S&A, Steven and Alan.
Oh.
I figured, I don't know, give him something to do.
Yeah.
He'll be my manager.
So Steve, didn't you want to ask something about Dragon Ball in the last podcast? I know your ass didn't write it down, so I remembered.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I remember. Okay. So for those of the people that watch like Dragon Ball Z, and GT and Super, I really feel that altogether, I feel like Z is overall probably the best. But honestly, I feel that Super is right behind it, or if not even maybe better, because it's not as drug out, and I don't know, it's got so much more for it, I feel.
So I feel like I sort of agree with you, Steve, but at the same time I don't. Because the problem with Super is that like the people that are watching it now, all the fans grew up watching Dragon Ball are all like they're all like adults now, or they're like our age, and what's happening is like they realize how like shitty like a lot of the stuff doesn't make sense and how goofy it is. So a lot of people are shitting on Dragon Ball Super more, but it really is like it kind of is better than Z. In a sense, it's just not as iconic.
About it. I mean,
it's just not as iconic.
Yeah, it's just not as many people follow it.
Yeah.
My biggest thing though is I started watching Dragon Ball Z when I was 17. Oh. So that was the first time I ever watched it, and I sat and watched it with my buddy all the way through.
I remember one of the first toys I ever had was from Burger King.
Yeah.
It was like this silver, like painted over Piccolo statue, and that was like a toy I had from when I was literally like 2 years old, and I had that toy forever, dude.
Yeah.
I watched Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z like from like that may have been actually the first anime I watched.
Pokemon would be mine, and Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm not sure. Pokemon might be there too. Pokemon,
because I never watched Dragon Ball because I didn't like. I was like, what is this Dragon Ball everybody talks about? And then my buddy's like, oh, you need to watch it. And I'm like, okay, we're watching it.
I know I watched both of them like around the same time, but it could be Pokemon. I'm not sure, but they made that shit clean for like kids. So
realistically, I've only seen Dragon. Okay, so I said I was 17 when I first started watching it. So. I mean, that's literally like 13, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Still sounds like forever ago.
But you were able to understand it. So like for me,
yeah, it was so much better to understand.
Yeah, yeah. The first anime that I started watching where I like followed along, and it wasn't like obviously like I understood what was going on in Dragon Ball and stuff. Like it wasn't like difficult concepts for a child to understand. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like where like I could create my own opinions. They simplified and shit.
A lot of it.
The first one would probably, I'd say it was probably Naruto. Because Naruto, like I remember watching Naruto when I was a kid, bro. I remember in 5th grade, me and my friends would have to go to YouTube. We'd watch Naruto AMVs all day, and we watched that's right when like Naruto Shippuden was dropping, and to watch it like the end of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. So like around Naruto episode like 80, and then like onwards to that. We had to go to YouTube and you had to type in like Naruto episode 81 part 1 like subbed. You had to do that and you'd watch like part 1 of 7. It was dude, and you watch like 3-minute clips.
Yeah, because YouTube
of
does
every
that
episode.
Sometimes. Like you can watch like 5-minute segments.
But this was before regulation. This was OG YouTube. This was
I believe it. Yeah.
The biggest video back then was like Chocolate Rain. Do you remember that? Chocolate Rain.
I'm trying to think. No, I was thinking of the Harry Potter puppets.
Him and Tourette's guy were like huge back then.
Do you remember the Harry Potter puppets?
Yes, dude, that was big around then too. Yeah. Snipe, Severus Snape, Dumbledore. And South Park Naruto dubbing was a thing too. When they would dub, like they'd be like Aruka Sensei and Naruto, and it was the South Park. You can't say fucking school, you fucking fuck. Fuck. That was.
Did you watch South Park like all the way through, like from the beginning?
Dude, I did. When I got older. I literally was like, I'm gonna watch it from like episode like 1 all the way to where it is. I have not watched the last like 2 or 3 seasons.
I have, but it's kind of funny because when I was younger, I always wanted it. I saw the movie before I saw the actual like show, and
that's also what I used to watch on YouTube was South Park.
Yeah, and oh god damn it! What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, I remember the first episode I ever watched. And this is because where I lived, they did not provide Comedy Central, where the cable was at the time. Like, Comedy Central was nothing. And then all of a sudden, like, one Halloween, they put on South Park. Like, it was, like, they put on Comedy Central, and I was like, what? South Park's on? Oh my god! And the first episode was actually the one where Stan's goldfish, like, starts killing people. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
His aunt, like, gets him a fish and it like starts killing people. I was like, how do I remember that being my first episode? And I was like 10.
The first episode I watched, like that I could remember, was someone shitting in the urinal and them relating it to 9/11. Like,
God,
let's get the Hardy Boys. Hi, we're the Hardy Boys.
Oh, we have a mystery on our hands. I mean, I could sit here and quote South Park.
You know what was also big on YouTube back then? Tourette's guy. You remember Tourette's guy? Bob Saget.
So.
Bob Saget.
I've heard that.
Them and Nigahiga. They were hilarious.
I mean, that's where I think Red vs. Blue kind of got their start too.
Red vs. Blue started. Yeah, they were like right around like Nigahiga. And I'm not saying a slur, bro. That's the name of the channel for anyone like listening. It's just spelled and said the same way. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. If you're woke, you know who I'm talking about. So fuck off.
Racist.
Anyway.
What? Huh? You want to fight about it?
What was I gonna? Yeah, I don't know. Say something, Steve.
I don't know. Do you like scary stuff?
Not really. Nah.
Pussy.
No, it's like I don't like to waste my time watching a horror movie. Like I don't get
I'm
thrills
not like watching it. I'm listening to it.
No, I don't get thrills from like horror. Like for some reason I'm like, why would I laugh?
Why would I want to scare myself?
No, I laugh usually at that stuff. Like I make fun of it, but I'm like, why am I gonna do that when I could just watch a comedy film?
True.
And like horror films, like the acting is usually like shit.
Oh, garbage. It is complete garbage.
And then me, like, I'm one of those dudes, like, I'm like, if I'm watching a horror movie, I'm like, why the fuck are these teenagers in the woods? I'm like, they got school tomorrow. Like, what are you doing?
That commercial. It's like the commercial where they're like, oh my god,
let's hide in the shed of chainsaws. Like, yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly how everything goes down.
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
Well, the only reason I brought that up is because I know Heather and we like kind of like some horror stuff, and I found this actual like podcast that has like horror stories, and I was
so
like,
that's
it has a ton of like horror stories. I think I've listened to like 8 or 9 of the podcasts already, and I was
that's
like,
probably
oh my
fucking
God,
dope,
so
dude. I actually like that might interest
and
me.
the dude is really creepy. Like the guy's voice is kind of creepy.
You ever listen to Chills?
Yes,
Number
that dude's
5.
got a voice.
Number
That guy's got a voice.
9. That's how he
Yeah.
talks too. That's what's so strange.
I
feel like
I don't know.
I feel like he had a
I just
brain
like
injury,
the thought
dude.
of like kind of a scare. I don't know.
Scary. Yeah.
I was at work listening to this stuff.
Number
and
9.
I'm vacuuming in the car, and all of a sudden, like I was listening to like one where like there were some kids in the woods, and this like creepy creature or whatever was kind of stalking them. Because I couldn't hear because I had my headphones on and the vacuum was on. I'd see a shadow out of the corner of my eye. I'm like,
When I was a kid,
It's
there was
cool,
only
bro.
one movie that scared me a lot.
what's that?
That was Paranormal Activity. I saw it in theaters with my
Oh, yeah.
friends. It's only because I thought it was real.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That
It
was
looks like
I
it is.
fell for that like, oh my god, it's
Everybody
real.
did. I think everybody did, and then they all announced that it was fake, and they're like, oh.
Like, how are we that fucking stupid, bro? Like, think of the times,
so-
bro. It wasn't that
But
long
they did
ago.
so well with it.
Everyone thought that
Until the
shit was
end.
real.
Until the end. The end was kind of like, okay, no. Well, everybody thought Blair Witch was real.
It's the found footage thing, man. I don't know, but now everyone knows like these movies are bullshit. But
Did you see the sequel to the Blair Witch movie?
no, I did not.
I enjoyed that one. There was some stuff
I saw
in that
like
that
3
happened.
Paranormal Activities before I started catching. I was like, you
Dude,
know, I think
watched
this
the
is
first
bullshit.
one, and the second one, you could tell it was fake, you know?
You know what? You know what's
the
another
second
one? You know what's another one that used to get me too?
Dude,
Actually,
Annabelle gets me.
that one. Not. I'm a little older,
I
so
hate dolls and stuff.
yeah.
Chucky always got me too. when I was
My
younger.
big one was Amityville Horror as well.
You know, I never watched that.
No, but you know why it hits close to home? My sister used to live in Amityville, and like it's not far from my house.
Shit.
So yeah, like I do believe in like paranormal stuff. Like don't get me wrong, I do believe in
I
shit.
believe that ghosts and stuff. Yeah.
I don't believe like ghosts are technically like what we think they are, like not these spooky creatures, but
No.
I don't see why not like humans, if they pass on like their souls and their spirits and their energies, like can
Oh, let him get in the curtain.
what's the thing I'm trying, like when they show up, what's it called? Can conjure like
Oh,
can
I know.
conjure themselves. Like I don't see why that's not a possibility. Like why their energy
Do you remember
like
when Kenny dies? And they go to Chef's parents' house and his mom, and they're gonna like put him in the turkey, and they're like, "Don't let him get on the curtains."
oh my god.
And it's like
Dude,
Kenny. It's so freaking
South
funny.
Park, it's so weird. Like 5 years ago, they're like, you know what? We're just gonna create like a storyline now.
I know. I still like. I don't care. I still.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it, and it kept things fresh, you know. Because South Park, the episodes used to be one off. Like maybe a joke would be like passed on to the next episode.
Yeah, they do like a 2-parter.
Yeah,
Like
or like someone would appear
Cartman's
again.
Mom,
You know, like
the
there'd be
Cartman's mom episodes.
But I'm saying like sometimes a character may appear like in another episode in another
Was
season.
it the Denver Broncos?
Yeah, like Shitty Walk guy. You know, Shitty. Get the fuck out of my Shitty Walk.
The Mongolian episode.
Dude, damn you, Mongolian.
Knock down my coin, knock down my sheet wall.
No, dude, that's like my favorite episode of South Park is when the Shitty Walk and Shitty Sushi guy go up against each
Oh,
other,
God, yeah.
and then you find out the Shitty Walk guy is actually not Asian, and he's just this dude that like is hypnotized and think he's actually fucking Chinese. Like,
I think one of my favorite episodes is when Cartman gets the $1 million and he buys a theme park.
You got to remind. I've probably seen it, but you got to
and
remind
then,
me of it.
Kyle's getting a hemorrhoid and everybody thinks he's gonna die from
Okay, yeah. Dude, that show is fucking hilarious. Dude, I miss your old mixer buttons, man. They were all South
with
Park.
the South Park buttons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love South. Well, in school I was always called Cartman.
I could see that.
Mainly because I could talk like this.
I remember You had like a reference of like my favorite episode, I think, in one of your buttons. When
Was it a Butters one?
No, it's when so like my top 2 favorite episodes, I think, are actually well, the shitty sushi guy's up there, but Butters Bottom Bitch is up there.
That's a good one.
And
what about the anime one?
That one was alright.
The Ninja Star?
No,
Eye?
what was
everything just goes back to
I just had it in my head. I forgot how am I forgetting what my favorite South Park episode is? I just had it. It's not with fuck. Oh my god. We were just like getting onto it. You said Chef. Oh, when Jimmy and Timmy joined the Crips. That's my favorite episode.
Oh god, that's a funny episode. I think that's one of the most iconic.
We joined the Crips.
We've got pizza.
Yeah, that's literally my favorite episode. Oh, and fucking I'll just make like a top 5. So the R. Kelly one, that Tom Cruise one.
And I pull out my gun. Oh god damn it, here we go again.
And then I piss on you and I pull out my gun. Oh my god.
Tom Cruise is in the closet.
Tom, this is John Travolta. Get out of the closet.
I just feel like I could be part of South. Like, I feel like Matt and Trey would enjoy my voice.
Dude, fucking, you never know, man. If this podcast blows up, you know, we send them this episode, be like, hey, boys, we appreciate the work, you know?
Dude, I love Matt and Trey. I mean, you've seen Basketball, right?
I was just gonna ask you that. You've seen Basketball, right?
That's like one of my. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's like one of my top 5 movies.
Have you?
It's so fucking.
Do you see Team America: World Police?
Oh my god,
dude, that's literally just South Park, but with fucking dolls. I just love like how South Park will just make light of like such serious situations. Like they made Saddam Hussein being like a loving relationship with Satan himself.
Do you remember Muhammad?
Muhammad was banned. They had to censor him.
Yeah,
that's the most controversial thing.
And they didn't want to do it. They did not want to censor it.
Honestly, on their end, that's actually like I don't side with them there. If I'm being totally honest with you, like I actually think that's kind of like disrespectful that they did that.
Oh like, yeah, they should have.
I don't think any. I think almost every other thing they did is like totally fine, but like you're literally like that's sacred in their religion. And you're fucking with the serious religion.
On somebody, they could hurt you.
But it's not even that. Like I can see how that's super disrespectful. Like, yeah. But I mean, at the same time too,
like John Wick.
During that time period, people in America weren't really fans of like Muslims or Islam or any fucking religion that was from the Middle East, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like there was what's it called? Zionism? What I don't know what the fuck it's called. Yeah.
Oh, do you remember the episode with where they made Bin Laden like a Bugs Bunny cartoon with a little wiener?
Oh my god, dude! Dude, Bin Laden's got a weird like. Obviously, like, fuck Bin Laden, like, fuck that dude, but at the same time, I gotta respect the dude's convictions because he fucking was a billionaire, man. Like, an oil billionaire, CIA, dude, like, it's fucked up that America made that dude. America made that dude, and America made ISIS, bro. Like, it's crazy that they literally funded the extremist sides to fucking, like, destroy another evil, and then they created a bigger evil instead.
Don't you love it?
Like, they just created a more extreme group. But anyway, we can get into that later. Osama bin Laden, dude, like, he was a fucking oil billionaire. And, like, the guy could have just lived, like, this great life. Like, could have been surrounded by 72 literal virgins that he paid for and all this shit. But, like, that dude was like, you know what? I'm fucking crazy. I'm going to do, like, my extreme religion shit and, like, sacrifice this great life that I could have lived just for, you know.
I'm going to sacrifice goats for my grandmother.
Yeah, like, I'm going to go on this jihadist fucking thing. Like, I got to respect the man because, like, what... But also that could be
before everybody else's.
That could be because he's mentally ill at the same time.
I mean, have you talked to me?
Yeah. Well, oh my god, I did research on this too, and those religions, like not. I'm not saying like the Muslim or Islamic religions, but like where those like people are, those extremists. What happens is, in those areas, there's a lot of inbreeding because of all the shit that happens.
Oh, makes sense.
So what's going on is generations and generations after, you're getting people with some, you know, fucked up heads. And dude, like, I'm not saying it's the Middle East or anything. Like, I'm literally saying, like, it's these specific sections and where these extremist groups are coming from.
There's a lot of places that they don't believe of tainting
the bloodline. Yeah. There's a lot of places like that. There's some in fucking America, too.
Yeah, I'm not part of those.
But you're related to people that you don't know and have... It's
100%. That's
it's
why it's
all
like a small world.
Yeah. It's fucking weird, man, because, like, at some point, if you go down at some chain, we're probably all related in some way.
Yeah, me and Nickyfries are like brothers.
Yeah.
From different mothers.
And back then, people were fucking pushing out kids, dude. Motherfuckers were having, like, 12
kids. It was
kids.
like a machine gun.
Yeah. Like, woman literally, like, all they were supposed to do, like, women's jobs were literally having and raising kids.
Yeah.
Like, having kids and nursing them. Like, that's all women were doing for a whole period in time.
That's what I do. I just pull out my tots and just milk them.
Nice.
I'm a weirdo.
That's beautiful, Steve. You should take a video next time.
No, you're not watching me do that. That's weird. That's personal, okay? Thank you.
Can someone call CPA on this guy? CPS, sorry. A CPA where you call a fucking accountant.
Steve.
Oh, Stevie boy.
Did you ever get to start on Chernobyl or not?
Nah, dude. I told you it's on the bottom of my list, bro. It's on the bottom of my list.
I know, it better be at the top because it's good.
Dude, I got a couple shows I gotta finish. I did watch today that new HBO show that came out, the new movie, The Little Things.
Oh, how was
Denzel.
That? I've been hearing things of it.
Okay, so here's my thing.
Your thing. I don't put it away.
This isn't a spoiler. Don't worry. You have all this time in the world. With COVID, there is limited time for budgets and movies and all these things. Budgets are probably cheaper because you don't have to pay for street closures or anything because everything's already closed, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? Staffs are... So you have more time to write, focus on movies, like push out the best stuff. And yet Hollywood, the best things they can give us is fucking Wonder Woman and this movie. This movie, not as bad as Wonder Woman. Not as bad as Wonder Woman. But I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5. I'm giving it so I'm giving it like 5 stars.
Still not good.
Like maybe 5.5. I'll give it 5.5 out of 10. It could have been alright, but it got dragged out a lot, and it just like it's weird, man.
I was gonna say I don't think I've seen anything.
And you gotta really pay attention too, because you'll miss a couple. You blink, you miss a couple things. And then the ending doesn't make sense, and then the ending still doesn't make sense even when you understand everything. Where the hell
did he get the dildo? What?
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see it, go see it. I wouldn't be, you're not wasting your time, I guess.
Are you a Godzilla fan?
Yeah, dude, that looks sick, the new one.
Dude, I can't wait. Because, did you ever see the original Godzilla versus
of course.
King Kong?
Dude, so like my my original like artsy thing is like I like watching old Japanese movies.
Okay.
That's kind of my thing.
Oh yeah.
That's like my hipster thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like you ever see like Seven Samurai?
It's on my list to watch.
It's like one of the greatest movies of all time. Like Kurosawa.
The film stinks, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I got one of those posters with the it's like the bucket list movies.
Yeah.
And that's one of the movies on there. Is that like forever I hadn't watched Shawshank Redemption.
What?
Love that movie. Yeah,
and
I hadn't watched it.
No frying.
Love that movie. That is a good movie.
Now look
I will
at that
say
tall
never
glass
watch,
of water.
never watch A Space Odyssey.
Dude, I don't know what's your problem with Space Odyssey, bro.
Dude, I can't watch it. It's so drug out.
Yeah.
That's
Shining Kubrick, bro. That's what Stanley Kubrick movies do.
I know.
That's what he's known for. He drags the shit out, like The Shining. I rewatched The Shining recently. I literally like fast forwarded like through certain parts. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna. There's nothing going on here.
I don't know if that movie's on there or not. It might be on there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies on there.
Johnny.
Like, I gotta see this. Yeah, I have never seen that movie.
Jack Nicholson. Long story short, Jack Nicholson plays himself. That's all you need to know.
He's a murderer.
Nah, he's just a fucking nut job, dude.
Well, I mean, he's a coke addict, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think
He
so.
seems
To be
like
honest.
he'd do something.
And make sure you use the term alleged when you say stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Allegedly, I think he might be a coke addict.
Yeah.
At that time, I don't think he is now. I'm saying back then when he was younger.
Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown.
I don't know what you're referencing.
That's a Jack Nicholson movie.
Gotcha.
Chinatown? You never heard that? Chinatown?
Nope, probably not. Nope.
Faye
Dude, I live in
Dunaway,
a box,
Jack
okay?
Nicholson.
I live in a box, dude.
Yeah, yeah. But Kurosawa, man, one of the greatest directors of all time.
So am I. I directed myself to go to the bathroom.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a real blowout.
Steve, I have a question.
Box office
When
hit,
you were
yeah,
in
so-
school, did they put you in like a special room?
Listen, no, they did not. You making fun of me, you stupid ass.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with it. Bro, I went to a special room because I had a speech impediment.
No, what do you mean by a special room?
Like they would take me out of class and then I would go to like I would learn they would teach things at a slower pace, but like I was fine. I just was too smart for I was literally one of those kids that was just too smart
I
for
was a
school.
misbehavior one.
Oh, gotcha.
I was one that did not give a shit about
Yeah,
school.
so you'd get those kids there too, but like I would be in there and like a lot of the kids, like I don't mean this as bad, but a lot of the kids were like slow, and here I am just like I know everything. The problem is like I just didn't give a shit about school. Like I was
that
just
was
like
me too,
like
yeah.
I always thought the teachers were dumb. Like that I grew up thinking that, and the teachers were like, "Well, he's like in first grade reading on like a middle school level."
Yeah,
like-
because I don't care.
Yeah, like I
It
had
was hard for me to go to school because I hated it so much because it was like, this isn't fun to me. All I gotta do is sit here. I can't talk. I can't do nothing. And you just tell me what to do, and I don't want to do it.
exactly, dude.
I
Like
don't want to do it.
dude, for me, I have to be motivated. Like I have to care about what I'm doing to do it.
Yeah,
If not, I'm gonna go
exactly.
half-assed it.
Like
bro.
I have to be hands-on with a lot of things.
Same.
Yeah. Like, I mean, when I figured out what masturbation was, I was so hands-on.
And the hands haven't come off since.
And the hands have not come off since.
Are you
Oh,
when
no.
when Alan's old enough? Are you gonna give Alan the talk?
I'm not going to show him how to do it. I mean,
Well-
yeah, if I have...
Well,
I'm sure I will.
baby Alan,
I'll be the
baby
one
Alan,
that's stuck to do it.
if you stroke it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Yeah, if you pull it more than twice, you're playing with it. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah.
No, I mean, that conversation to me is not going to be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. It's like,
Get
I'd
it?
rather
Not
tell
that
him
big
at a-
of a deal. Not that big.
It's better to tell
Runs in
him than
family.
not tell him and have him find out by somebody that doesn't need to
Exactly,
show him.
bro. Exactly, dude. If I have kids, like I'm gonna be like super transparent with them. Like I don't know what I'm
Nick,
gonna
I
do.
just had the talk with you the other day because you had nobody talk to you about it.
Yeah, no one did talk to me about it actually. Kind of just like,
Me
but
and
I
you
kind
had
of
this
knew what that
conversation.
shit was in like 5th grade though. To be fair, so
Oh yeah, I was one of those kids that I would when my parents weren't home, I would find their stash of pornography.
oh no,
I would watch it.
I wasn't like that. I just thought it was.
Oh yeah,
fucking,
I was like, that's mine. That's fun. to watch.
boys have penises and girls have vaginas.
Yeah. I remember. This is kind of a dick move to my dad. It wasn't really a dick move, but it was. I remember I had a bunch of like porn and stuff, and when my parents kind of had a rough spot, I gave my dad all my porn. I was like, "Here you go, Dad." I think he threw it away. I don't know.
Like magazines,
but I thought of it was DVDs and stuff.
DVDs. Oh,
I
Big
just,
Booty
like, gave it to
Busters
him.
Part 3.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was funny. I don't know. I mean,
when
I
you
think he
when
threw
you
them
and your
away.
dad when you and your dad have the same DVDs,
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
like father like son.
That's gross. Don't be weird.
Oh, you like big booty ghetto
do like me
bitches
some
3
big
as
booties,
well. What?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people that I would prefer a. Smaller set
Stepsister
of
knows
boobs.
best.
I'm not a huge fan of huge boobs. I'm not. I'm more of like I want portion. I don't like.
I feel
boobs.
like you're like into like petite Asian girls.
No,
No, that's the vibe I
No.
get from you, Steve.
no, not really. I mean, I don't have like a distinct thing. I really like redheads,
Dude,
though.
it's all about the ratio, bro. It's all about the ratio in the.
Oh yeah, I mean, Yeah, I don't like big human. Everybody's, oh, look at them big boobs. I'm like, that's cool.
Dude, I love me.
Like,
I love me some titties.
Yeah, I honestly, I love a smile.
Smile. Well, I love smiles too.
Dude, I love a smile. I mean, I need to go to the dentist for myself, which I could never. My parents never had the money when I was younger, so I'm hoping maybe within the next couple years, since
Got that insurance, bro?
My parents didn't really have like the extra money and stuff.
Do you don't have dental from work?
Oh, we do for through Heather, but I'm saying like I need to go, and I haven't been to the dentist in a long time, which I'm surprised my teeth aren't worse than what they are. But I still brush every single day and everything, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I do my best to take care of them. I mean, I just haven't been to the dentist in forever.
I got you.
I need to go.
Just go with Baby Allen. When Baby Allen goes, you
do it together, yeah.
Yeah.
I could use a new set of teeth.
Yeah. Just take his babies and put them in.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a bad idea. Oh my god, that kid is getting so many teeth though.
Dude, my dad's got like veneers now too. He lost all his teeth, but he was a smoker. He still is. So.
I haven't smoked in about 2-3 years.
Oh, you used to smoke cigs?
I used to, yeah.
Dude.
I didn't, not for very long. Just kind of off and on, and then I was one of those people that I didn't need to have it. I just did it. And then actually the last time I smoked was when I was in Georgia. And then I just stopped cold turkey after that.
Well, that's good for you, bro. Like, that's honestly, like, that's a good achievement, bro. Like, you should have, I'm not trying to sound like a dick.
Think about it.
Like, you should be, like, proud of yourself, man. Like, that's something tough for a lot of people.
Oh, I know. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a skeptic when it comes to that. I feel like it's not that big of a deal when I quit. I really felt that because I'd done it all the time and I just would smoke when I wanted to.
Yeah.
And it was like not a big deal when I just stopped doing it.
I feel you.
Yeah, because I was one of those people that I would smoke and then I'd feel like shit afterwards. So I'm like, ugh. So I was like, it's not hard to quit.
In college, I bought a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Just so when we go to bars and shit, like being outside, like I'd get so hot, I just want to get air. And like, let's say my friends are inside or like I'm out by myself, I don't just want to like sit there. Like, you know what I mean? You know how awkward that is? Like,
I like mingling and I know.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd literally like be like, hey, you want to like bum? Because like I don't smoke, so I just ask people if they want to bum cigarettes off me. So I'd literally like I'd be like, oh, like I'd go talk to someone with a cigarette because it's something you have in common. But like you'd see me, I'd be like puffing that shit like a fucking 1950s French actress.
Oops, you'd be like the peer pressure around the area. Hey, you want to smoke?
No, like I just go up to people who are smoking, and then like they'd be done, and like let's say I was still want to talk, and be like, oh, like here, I'll bum you a cig, like you know, like shit like that.
On,
yeah, so I'd say I'd probably smoked like 20 cigarettes in my life, all over like a fucking 2-year span. I think the first
time I ever did, I remember doing it, and I was like, whatever.
That shit was gross though. That shit is fucking nasty. I can only smoke when I'm drunk. So.
Yeah, I always enjoyed it when I drank because it kind of like because I was a menthol person.
Oh yeah. You like them Newports, bro.
I smoked Camel menthol.
Yeah, motherfucker.
That was me. Yeah, I liked menthol because I don't know, just smooth. But no, the first time I ever smoked was like middle school. I tried it just because everybody else was out back, and it was after a football game, I think.
I went generic reds, bro. I just went with the
That's
red.
what everybody goes with.
Yeah. Marlboro's huge, man. I don't know. That red and white, it gets people in.
Marlboro man, right?
But wait, actually, that's not... So, you know what I used to smoke, too? I used to smoke Cheyennes.
Oh?
Cheyennes. You know what Cheyennes are?
No, but I know what...
They're like blunts. They're like tobacco blunts. And... They were like fruity. They were like very fruity. What about Black and Milds? And those were good. Yeah, they're like Black and Milds. Yeah, exactly.
Or we had White Owls.
That's around here too.
Those are things we used to do too. Was take the White Owls and open them up and
put your I grew up in college, like the weed circle I was in, were those dudes that smoked fucking backwoods.
Oh god,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
dude, those are the kids that like are all like fucking gas station clerks and shit. Those are the motherfuckers that smoke backwoods. Yeah, Spirit, dude. My old roommate used to only smoke.
I have a buddy
spirits.
of mine that smokes those.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that smoke. My
they're supposed to be more natural, I guess.
At the yeah. Some people just they say it's like
it's still cigarettes.
Yeah. some people will say like, oh, like it's a good way to quit or shit like that.
And vaping apparently is too, but I would not do that ever.
Oh, vaping I think is bad for you. Like,
worse. 100%.
Yeah, because you get just so much of it. But like Larry King, dude. You know Larry King. You know he died recently.
Yeah, I was gonna say he died like a few days ago.
Dude, he smoked like 10 packs a day at one point.
And how old was he? He was like 80, wasn't he?
89, bro. But
yeah.
But he was one of those. So he's one of those dudes that died like 10 years ago and forgot to lay down. No offense to Larry King, but like
he did look like he was a puppet.
So my mom and I were talking about this. I was like, yo. I said, I think this is the year the Grim Reaper does his sweep. So I think he gets the people that were supposed to be dead. Like Larry King, like Cloris Leachman. Bro, like, I got mad love for Cloris Leachman. Again, like, this isn't disrespect on anybody. But, like, Cloris Leachman...
Nobody touched Betty White.
So that's who I'm saying, dude.
I want her to live into 100.
I think this is Betty's year, bro. I hate to say it.
Dude,
I think
it's not. She's got one more and she hits 100.
I think Betty White, Tony Bennett, I think those two are on the list this year.
No, Betty White is going to make it to 100.
I fucking, dude, I hope Betty White lives forever. I fucking love Betty White.
Betty White is going to make it.
But I'm just saying, like, if I had to make a death pool, like, I think Betty White and Tony Bennett go this year.
I wonder how many...
They got Kirk Douglas at the end of last year.
Died too young. I wonder how many of those are going to happen this year.
Oh, dude, that's every year, man. That's
I know, but it's fucking scary.
How about Kobe, man? Like, shit. Fuck, that anniversary.
That's what I mean. Like, the people that die early, and it's like, holy crap.
Dude, like, Kobe was the only athlete I was excited about their post-career more than their career. Like Kobe had a phenomenal career, but, like, the shit Kobe was doing, like after his career has been amazing. Like, the guy won an Oscar. He was going to establish women's basketball. Like, he was actually making women's basketball interesting. Like, his daughter Gianna was going to be one of the best players, and he was taking the top women's players, like Sabrina Ionescu, a few names. I can name names, so you're not going to know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know any of them.
But, like, he was, like,
so far,
they would work with Kobe, and Kobe looked out for them, and he, you know, and it's not just, like, you know, women players, just basketball in general. He was great for the sport, and, you know, he had kids' books and all these things. And we could talk about, you know, the dark times in Kobe's life and the shit he may or may not have done.
We've all done something.
But, like I honestly think he made up for it, bro. As controversial as it might sound, I honestly think he made up for it. And Dave Chappelle, his first Netflix special, I don't know if you remember, he used to talk about, he talked about a thing in a skit, and it was, you ever hear of a superhero? He gets his superpowers, and he'll always save the day, but the one thing he needs to do to power up is he needs to rape somebody. And he kept saying, he goes, this guy does this, but he rapes, but he saves. And he kept saying that throughout the comedy show, right? For like an hour. You know, he'd always talk about the superhero and he'd go, he rapes, but he saves. Then at the end of the show, he goes, Bill Cosby. He rapes, but he saves, and he saves more than he rapes.
That's something to think about.
Like, Bill Cosby did a lot of stuff for a lot of people, but he also was a piece of shit. Fucking rapist. Yeah. So, like, Bill Cosby should be in prison. I'm not disagreeing with that. But, like, again, really it's that thing. Like, no matter, like, all these people he raped, I think he's, like, did more good for people's lives versus bad. But then again, like, doing bad in people's lives is also outweighs all the good you do.
I feel like a lot of people go nuts when they get older and they just do whatever they want.
No, it was, but he was doing it for years. When he was doing it for years, dude.
Yeah. I'm saying, but, like, there's a lot of times where people just have a switch in their head and they're just like, you know what, I'm going to go out and bang somebody to death today.
Old people do go to their more basic instincts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, you always go, like, when you go to, like, the nursing homes, you got that old man humping his wheelchair and...
Or, like, squeezing the nurse's ass, yeah.
Yeah, hey there, lady.
But again, like, at the same time, like, it's weird because there's old people that do that, but... Like, old people, their libidos are, like, you know what I mean? They're shot.
Yeah, but they're still
old dudes can't get they're horny as fuck, but they're not sexually, like, aroused. That's just,
why they got the blue pill, man.
Yeah. My grandfather, my papu,
Yeah.
he was like my favorite guy growing up. Still like love this guy to death. I mean, he passed away many years ago,
Mm.
but he was like deaf and he couldn't speak English. He only spoke Greek, and when I knew, so he came and lived in America for like a year and a half with my yaya, my grandmother,
Yeah.
and he didn't say any words, but all he would do with me is he would get my attention, like he'd tap my leg or my shoulder, and he'd point his finger and like I can't show you. He like raises his eyebrows and goes, look at that woman over there, and he'll like do with his hands, like he'll do like the big ass thing or like the big tits. He'll go like, you know, he'll put his arms out and he'd be like, hey, like look at those things, you know, and fucking like everyone would see and laugh, and like my mom would be like, he's a kid, you know, and my was like, yeah, you know, she's yelling at him in Greek, but dude, I remember. My yaya, dude, loudest woman in the world. That woman was so loud, never stopped talking. Like, she'd go, Sihimo, all this shit. So, one day, she comes up the stairs, because they were living in our basement. Like, we have a converted basement. It's like a living space. They came up, and she had a laryngitis, and she couldn't talk. She was, and all I see, my papu comes up the stairs like 10 minutes later, because, you know, it takes him a while because he's old as shit. He comes upstairs, and he's standing behind her while she's still trying to talk with laryngitis, and he puts his hands together and looks up to the sky, and he just goes like, thank you, God. And it was the funniest shit, dude. It was so funny, man. Like, the dude never, like, I never understood a thing he said, but he was just a man of action.
Gestures.
He was a man of action more than words. And, yeah. Yeah, funny dude. Dude, he got his fucking... He lost... Like, his ear got fucked up by the Nazis, dude. Like, they hit him in the fucking ear when they, like, try to invade Greece or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah. Weird shit,
So that was
man.
your grandfather, then?
That was my grandfather, yeah. He'd
Do
probably
you
be
remember
around
your other
100
grandfather
now.
or anything? You have, obviously, another grandfather or that?
I do, but he passed away. I have no grandparents alive. My grandmother died last February, so we're kind of up on her 1 year.
I was going to say, my grandpa was like, I looked up to him a lot. He was actually the reason why I have this house that I live in. Because growing up, my parents didn't really have a lot.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I don't mean they didn't have a lot. It's just planning did not work in their favor.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a lot saved aside. And my grandpa co-signed for like a lot of my loans when I was younger to get me going and everything. And when we went to go get this house, we qualified, but Heather didn't have any long-term credit like build up. She only had like simple things paid off here and there. So we weren't qualified for like the first time home and buy or whatever. So we had to have money down. So my banker, because he knew my grandpa and he knew me when I was little, he's like, I bet if you go talk to your grandpa, he would hook you up. So what my grandpa did was he just gave my banker what we needed. And I told him I would pay him back. Just let me get into the house and everything. And so we moved into this house, I think, 2017. And so we were moved in 2017, probably July or somewhere in there. I paid my grandpa off that following year, and then he went and he passed away that September.
Wow.
I was like, and my grandpa was everything to me. And
did you at least get that money back? No, sorry, I'm being a dick.
No, he got it. He got that money. That was like he told my grandma, he's like, I knew he'd pay me back. I'm so proud of him. And I'm like, dude, that hits me, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that's definitely like you were able to like fulfill your promise to your grandfather. Like,
yeah,
he was able to pass away knowing that like you were financially like stable and okay.
Oh yeah, and it's okay. You ever have these weird moments where you're like, okay, example is we went to go out to eat like probably a month prior to him like passing away, and I'm never this guy that's like, oh, we should all take a picture. So my mom, me, Heather, him, we're all sitting there eating at a place called Bluff Lake, which what it is they have a fish farm.
Yeah.
and they all the fish that are on this pond, they cook there. Like they go out, they catch it, and they cook it, and it's only open during like the summer and everything. Super great place to eat at if you're ever in Iowa. And
Dude, you're gonna have to take me.
it's fucking good.
I'm
They
pulling
have,
up.
like,
I'm gonna pull up to
really-
Iowa, dude, when it's not fucking shitty weather.
Yeah, they got some really good food. But I was like, oh, we should all take a picture. So this person's like, oh, I'll take a picture for you. That is the last time I saw my grandpa, other than when he was in the hospital. And yeah,
Well,
because what happened was I got that call that night, and she's like, well, he's unresponsive, blah blah blah, and he's which we have to go to Iowa City, which is a good hour and a half from where I live, and I couldn't sleep after she called me. She didn't explain to me how bad it was, and she didn't know how bad it was. So she's like, well, if you want to, you can come out here. And so I was like, I'm going. I was like, I'm going. I can't just sit here and not know what's going on.
Yeah.
And we found out that he had bleeding on the brain.
oh, shit.
Yeah. So between me and my grandmother, okay, it was not my actual grandmother. She is my grandpa remarried after my grandmother passed away of lung cancer. And between me and her, we decided what to do, and that was a very hard decision to make.
Yeah, that's definitely something
Yeah,
we don't
that
need
was-
to continue
yeah.
talking about if you don't feel comfortable, Steve. I mean,
No, we're all good.
It's-
It's
all right.
something I can
Yeah.
talk about. We're all good because I mean it happens. And I just hope nobody ever has to go through what I had to go through in the situation, because
but
just seeing him there and
and-
trying to talk to him and knowing he could not hear me, or even if he could hear me, he could not respond. That was just heartbreaking.
and that's one thing I like kind of value at the same time as like my last memories with someone. Like you
Oh, yeah,
said,
it's
you
like,
had a good
you
you had
hope
a
for
good
the good
memory the
ones.
last time you guys were like talking and stuff.
Yeah.
Like to see someone like on their deathbed and for them to just be like begging for their lives and like talking to us, like
Oh, yeah,
that's
he
not
didn't even know we were there.
yeah, like that's not like an ideal memory you want to like leave with someone. Like
No, no.
I remember there's some people I know where like I have great memories with them last time I saw them, and it's people that are alive too that I just like I had a couple friends where it's like just never seen, haven't talked to them again, but the last time we hung out, it was, that's my last memory of them. Like it was a high note.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's always a good thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I was young when my grandmother passed away. She had lung cancer, and I was like 9 or 10, somewhere in there like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I was, I guess I was there.
This video
But-
was made possible.
Oh, something just
What
popped
the
up on my
hell are you
something
doing?
just popped up on my freaking phone,
What are you doing?
and I clicked it to like swipe it away, and I accidentally swiped it open.
Nickyfries.
Sorry, apologies.
No, we're
I
all
was
good.
dick moving
We're all
my-
good.
my bad.
No, but I was gonna say my grandmother passed away when I was younger, so I mean, I knew a lot. She used to watch me a lot, so I remember quite a bit of her. Like I can picture just like any other time, but my mom was like devastated when. Oh my god! So this really sucked for my mom. The day that I got the call from my grandpa, my mom and dad were split up at the time, and my mom wouldn't answer her phone, and I'm trying to contact her, let her know what's going on. And by the time everything was done and over with, and I was on my way home, she finally called me, and I'm like, just so you know. Yeah, so that was kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Wait, so
because I made a bunch of phone calls after the hospital.
your mom and dad are still together? Now?
They got back together like a month after that, actually.
Wow.
They were more or less just kind of separated. I think my mom was going through like her midlife crisis and menopause and stuff.
Damn, calling
So
her
she was-
out. Calling her out on the
She's going through
pod.
menopause. She's always talking about going through hot flashes.
How
She's
old
always
are your
complaining about
parents?
hot flashes. My parents are 50, 51, somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah, so you got like fairly young parents.
Oh yeah, my parents don't look like they're 50.
Yeah. My fucking my dad is 72 and my mom is 62.
And how old are you?
I'm 24.
Jeez, you're young. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, my
I'm
parents
old,
had
I'm
me
30.
My parents had me when they were old as shit. So
My parents
like,
had me when they were like 19.
yeah, so
I didn't have Ellen until I was 29.
I'm gonna have to produce some kids soon because who knows how much time those two got.
Maybe with that little nursey nurse.
What?
Maybe with that little nursey nurse.
Yeah.
There you go.
So if anyone
Stocks
wants
and
to,
show your cock.
if anyone's like cute, fairly reasonable, preferably financially stable, nah, that's got to be a must. Yeah, if that appeals to you, you want to make some babies, get some of this Nick inside of you,
Oh,
some
Jesus.
code. You let me know.
Well, Nick, would you
I
like
will
to plug
I
anything
will
at
take
this
care.
moment?
I will take care of the kids. If you need me to stay home all day, I will take care. I will be Mr. Mom. I will clean. I will cook. I will do all that shit. If you're making
God.
more money than me, I am totally fine with that.
To be fair, Heather makes a little bit more than I do.
Yeah, I'm talking about me staying at home, taking care of the kids
Oh, I know what you're saying.
full time.
No,
I'm being a
couldn't do
full
that.
time
We don't
dad,
make that
bro.
much money.
I'll go full Mr. Mom, bro. If my wife is making a shit ton of money, shit, I'll be the first one. I could have the job of my dreams, bro.
You'll be the
If
one
she's
sucking
making
her
way
dick.
more than me, shit, I'm staying home. I'm taking care of those damn kids. I'll come home. I'll be butt ass naked in an apron when you come home, ready to eat your puss. You know, I'll be fucking ready to go. I have the house clean. I have a meal cooked for you. Shit, you know, life is good. Life is good,
Put the
baby.
toilet seat down.
Yeah, nah. I actually, I've always, like, since I was a kid, that was never an issue. I always leave the toilet seat down. So, another plus. Yeah, I was like, I'm a little germaphobe, so, like, I knew, like, germs spread when the toilet seat's open, so I always close it, no matter what.
Well, there you go.
No matter where I am. No.
Spreading them cheeks. Spreading them cheeks. So, what are you playing right now, like, games-wise?
Dude, I just downloaded the new Forza, like Horizon 7 or whatever. Not Horizon, Forza Motorsport 7. It sucked. We deleted it. We started playing Star Wars because that's on Game Pass.
Wait, you talking about
Battlefront 2.
I literally have the game up right now.
Yeah, so, dude, we've been fucking with that the past few days, doing that Ewok hunt. And, like, I'll make the sounds when I'm playing with people. I'm like,
Ewok hunt? What is that?
huh?
What's Ewok hunt?
It's this game mode where you're like you either play as a clone or an Ewok. So sorry. I'm not even gonna. I shouldn't even admit this. I've never seen Star Wars.
And you're playing Star Wars.
But I understand. I know like everything about Star Wars. I just never seen the movies.
You're a horrible person.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I just never like got to it.
Still a horrible person.
Yeah. But I know like about Star Wars. Like you're not spoiling anything for me, except maybe the new trilogy. I don't know anything. But yeah. So like Ewok hunt. You either play as the clone or the Ewoks, and if you're an Ewok, like it's like darkness. Like it's all dark. You can't see. You have like flashlights, and you're in the woods.
Yeah.
And the Ewoks can like make sounds and like throw flash things at you to stun you, and they have to like take you out. And if they do, then you become an Ewok. And then you have to either survive to the extraction, or everyone dies and becomes an Ewok.
Yikes!
Yeah, but it's so fun, dude. Like, dude, there's so many funny videos of it, of like just people just pissing their pants. But it's stupid because the extraction site's like always at the same spot, and the Ewoks are just there waiting for you. So if you're by yourself, it's so hard for you to get out.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I was gonna say I downloaded it a couple days ago because like I need something different, and I was like I played it when it first came out, this game, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'm gonna hop on. Last night I actually got on because I couldn't sleep and finished up some Rocket League, and then I was like, I'm gonna try this again, and I actually had a good time when I was playing it.
Dude,
I think this game got turned off because of the microtransactions and EA. I think that was why.
Dude, like fuck EA, dude. I fucking hate that company. I really do. EA Sports in particular. Fuck them.
Is it in the game?
Huh?
Is it in the game?
What?
You don't remember that? Like,
oh, yeah, EA Sports. It's in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like fuck EA, dude. Well, they're one of the like greediest shitty companies, bro. They create every Madden, FIFA, NHL. It's the same shit every year. They don't like do anything to the game.
Oh, I know, 100%.
I'm over 100%. It, man.
My dad actually, I got my dad the Star Wars Squadron game, and I got it for him for Christmas. I came back that Monday. He's like, "It's too hard. You can have it." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, I used to play Lego Star Wars. That's how I know a lot about Star Wars. Just
Lego Star Wars is fun.
Yeah,
those are classic. I don't care what anybody says there.
Dude, I do plan to watch Star Wars though. Like I saw the one with Darth Maul. I saw that when I was 3 years old. I remember I was in Jamaica in a hotel room when I saw that.
You're making me horny.
Yeah. I saw that one, and I seen bits and pieces of all of them, but I haven't actually seen the movies like through.
You're going to hell, probably.
So should we just wrap the podcast up with that? I'm going to hell.
Yeah, 100%.
Live next week from hell. It's Nickyfries.
Did you get the 2 pictures I sent you?
I did.
I'm getting pretty good at this.
You are. For anyone wondering, it's his resin.
My coasters.
Yeah, your resin coasters.
I got my logo and some Pokemon stuff.
Yeah. Well,
maybe I'll have to post them on the social media so people can see them.
You should.
I need to get this one. I just poured these yesterday. Somebody told me how to get rid of the bubbles on the back, but I don't think that helped. But the front looks really good.
All right, Steve. Should we end this one?
I suppose. How long are we going?
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Ladies, I love you. Gentlemen, kind of like you.
Your mic just totally cut out there, bro.
Or am I still talking?
Your mic just cut
Don't
out.
Yell at me. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Don't stop yelling at me.
Bye.